virus attacked this area, but it looks like nothing changed. We should have a look around just in case. You can look around first, or meet with our contact. He's using the sun to mask his ship's location. I'm not detecting any ships, but I am getting a communication signal.
I do appreciate people who are punctual, so thank you for arriving on time. I remember you. Are you in charge of this little expedition?
Quit asking needless questions and tell us what we want to know.
Such a threat, and one I don't take lightly. I'll give you the information you want, but you have to do something for me first.
Should I blast him, Ari?
Your AI already got a piece of me at Remnos. Now I'm interested in testing your vessel against my new prototype ship. Don't worry about causing me any harm. The ship is remotely controlled.
You better be ready to hand over that information on the pirates.
I knew you'd agree to the battle. You're eager to absorb my ship.
A ship emerges from the sun. I'll leave it up to you, Firehawk. That's right, you primitive bucket of bolts. You're no match for my morpher. Do I get any credit here? I'm the one flying this thing. Harry looks at Kep hesitantly, as if she wants to give him a compliment, but doesn't know how. You tend to veer to the left, but your performance is passable.
Thanks, I guess. This is not the first time I've been told that.
Your skills as a pilot are exceptional.
Dawn adds her own compliment, and her words are slightly more positive. Arcadia glares at her momentarily.
Dawn, what is the status of our friend? He's coming on screen now.
Bravo! That was such a treat to watch.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now for your end of the bargain.
Consider that ship a gift for what comes next. The only way to discover the location of Pirate Base is to become a pirate yourself.
And how do we do that?
Having a bounty is a good place to start, but mostly you have to contact the recruiter and take part in the games. I'm all into playing games, but it can't be that simple. The recruitment location changes every year. This year it's in the rack system. Find the recruiter and proceed from there.
I have located the rack system and marked it on your map.
Are you sure this is what you want to do?
They hold a secret, good or bad, and I need to find out what it is. Besides the Krogan, Zos Coalition, and Morpher, pirates have the only fleet capable of standing against the virus. We have to find out what side they are on.
I don't want to hit the crystal thing, which is probably fine, but still. I remember in early access I had difficulty not making everybody around me hostile because of the space fighting. The data cube cannot be collected this way. Kill all enemy probes first. Then scan cube with morpher sensors. You've collected a data cube. The video message contained within is in fragments. Find all 3 pieces to unlock the message.
The virus attacked this sector. Anywhere they visit is met with destruction. Curious that there are no cries for help. Is this because nothing has happened, or that everyone is gone? Let's head over to the Royal Star first. The Royal Star sits majestically alone. There is little of interest in this area besides some pirate activity. Something just flew past the ship. I've never seen a starship like that. I can't believe it. That's Firefly. Arcadia presses up against the window, her eyes widen and her mouth hangs open. He's so beautiful. You refer to the ship as a he. Why is that? Because that ship is alive. Firefly is a sun creature. Back in my day, those types of creatures could be used to make ships, kind of like riding a beast. What I wouldn't give to ride that ship. Arcadia relaxes her arms and resumes what she is doing. Well, that's enough dreaming. Back to the mission. I say we catch it. What did you say? Let's catch it. That's what I thought you said. Arcadia walks over to Kib and knocks him on the head. That thing is faster than any ship we've got. It's made of fire, so if you get too close, we'll start to melt, and I'd hate to see what it will do back in the corner. Come on, you're telling me an ace pilot and a genius can't figure out how to catch it. When you put it that way, I suppose we could catch it. It'd be a great help against the virus ships. Lay it on me. What do we do? Morph into your fastest ship. When it notices you, turn around to attack, and launch every ship we've got to corral it. Just make sure to pull back any ships that get damaged. I don't want to lose half our fleet getting him. Hold your shots. I think we stopped him. Keb sees that same passionate look in Arcadia's eyes, like when the ship passed by earlier. I'm heading over. Are you coming? Something about that ship evokes a memory from her past. Hit E when you touch Firefly and morph her form. The moment the two get on the ship, it begins to fly with uncontrollable motions. Achievement unlocked, Tame the Wild. Even though Morpher allows Firefly to be outfitted with familiar controls, the ship is not responding. Let me give it a try. She sits in the pilot's chair and grabs the controls. The ship begins to spin more violently as she tries to steer. I don't think Firefly likes us trying to control him. Keb reaches near Arcadia to help her steady the ship. The gravity intensifies, and the ship starts to roll. The sudden tilt causes Arcadia to roll off her seat. Noticing her fall, Keb reaches out to grab her to keep her from smashing into the ground. She lands in between his arms. Ah! Are you okay? Realizing her predicament, her cheeks turn a shade of pink. Her head rests on his chest, and she can hear his heartbeat. You! Get off of me! You're kinda on top of me. The gravity's intensity makes it difficult to move, so Arcadia pushes on him with her arms and rolls off. It's getting worse. I can barely breathe. Unless the two ships work together, Morpher will start to burn up. They look at each other while laying on the floor. Is Morpher unable to handle this vessel? Morpher can handle anything, but you're the pilot. Keb takes that as a call to action. Arcadia is stuck to the ground by the extreme gravity, and he fears for her safety. With much effort, Kep picks himself up into a stand and walks towards the control panels. He breathes heavily and screams for energy. The ship steadies enough for him to reach the flight controls. Ain't no ship Firehawk hasn't tamed! Instead of pulling against Firefly's direction, Kep rolls with it. He starts to fly with Firefly and not against him. Within a minute, the gravity returns normal. With patience, the ship begins to respond to Kep's commands. Firefly glows with a burning light that vaporizes any floating debris in their path. Protected by Morpher, Kep and Arcadia feel no heat nor strain to the eyes. Kep looks towards Arcadia. He sees her wrap her arms around her stomach and bite her lip. Moisture builds up in her eyes. There's something about this ship, a past memory brought to light. Kep realizes at this moment that he really doesn't know Arcadia. Welcome back to Tran Wins Omni Link. This will all be in the same episode, but I went ahead and redid the first part of the game, including capturing the Firefly and then getting to the story section of fighting Darius's ship. The reason why I redid all that was I wanted to scan all these other little ships. Going up to other ships and doing this, I think I've got an extra 4 points of attack power by doing so. Because I wasn't thinking about that earlier. Maybe in the very beginning of the game I was trying to, but all the ships were outflying me, and by the time I had some guns, I wasn't thinking about scanning ships. I got 2 points from Dark Star, 1 point from some sort of civilian-looking freighter, and 1 point from the separator. If I get any other points, I don't remember them. So now we're going to go on to Wreck. So that would explain the jump, because I know that last time I was recording with the Nebula and the Royal Star. This time I went to Royal Star Nebula. Not a big deal, but that would be the discrepancy right there. The Wreck system is located in a dangerous asteroid belt, so most explorers stay far away. Not to mention that it's owned by the pirates. I've never seen so many pirates in one place. There are 17 ships in this area. I wouldn't assume they are all pirates. They may be here for the same reason as us. Don't start any fights. If you do anything to provoke them, they may all turn against us. We are looking for a man they call the Recruiter. From information gathered at Remno Station, the only way to find the pirates' headquarters is to be a member of the gang. This should be easy. We only need to join the ranks. I already have a bounty worth 11 credits, but you two don't look like pirates at all. Arcadia gives him a cold stare. What are you saying? I can't be as piratey as you can? For a genius, I'm surprised you don't know a better word. Hardened criminals don't use the word piratey. I want to see if you can stand a chance. Give me your intimidating face. Arcadia holds her breath and stiffens her body. She grits her teeth and sneers angrily. Kep covers his eyes and lowers his head to keep himself from laughing. If you want to kill the pirates with cuteness and constipation, that's the way to go. Kep shoves her shoulder and she tumbles backwards. Arcadia gets angry and approaches Kep with her hands balled into fists. What did you do that for? He holds her back by the shoulders. That's it, hold that face. Arcadia stops and looks threatening as she gazes upon him. Now straighten your shoulders and plant that stance. Don't let me push you. This time Kep pushes her and she doesn't budge. Rrrr. Dawn hunches over, gritting her teeth while flexing her arms. Arcadia and Kep burst out in laughter as they look upon her. I can't take it. You win. You win. Dawn returns to her passive expression. This is not the reaction I am looking for. No, please, don't stop. Continue. I have observed that ruffians make grunting sounds in between sentences. I thought it would add to the authenticity. Arcadia and Kep's laughs die down, and they are able to regain their composure. For you, I think you need the I'm going to obliterate you face. I'm not familiar with that expression.
I recognize you. You're the one everyone's talking about. Firehawk. You gotta be joking. I don't let scum on my ship.
I was under the impression that you recruited scum, unless you run a gentleman's club.
The gentlemen are kept under ice for breakfast.
That's strange. I usually put people on ice, not under it.
Well, I think that you should, take the ice and shove it in your face.
Thanks, but I already have a chiseled look. However, looking at your face, I also figure ice can be used to reduce swelling. I can do this all day.
Fine. I'm sending over a list of different events. If you get first place in any of them, you'll be eligible to take the Pirate Oath. It doesn't guarantee your membership.
I'm reading through the list now. What is the Crystal Hunter event? Sounds like something I've done before.
You'll be perfect for it. The survival rate is less than 10%.
Now that I think about it, Arcadia would love to do that event. No, I really wouldn't. We all can't do the same event. We don't want to be competing against each other. How about you, Dawn? Dawn's survival is crucial to the mission. It is therefore imperative that I choose the race. Yes, that looks good. Sign Dawn up for the race. Why are you talking in third person? I hope you are both satisfied sending me off to my death. I have full faith in your abilities as a pilot. Sure you do. You heard them, recruiter. Sign me up for Crystal Hunter.
Already have. Press E and come aboard as soon as you're ready to begin. I forgot to mention. Silly of me to forget this little detail.
And what is that?
Anyone that gets less than first place becomes a member of the Gentleman's Club.
Are these the same gentlemen that get served for breakfast?
In simpler terms, you all are dead. We can't have a bunch of wannabe failures knowing about a recruitment process. Click the event you want to do.
In the early access, Arcadia got pretty mad at Keb, so I think we'll do Arcadia's first. Keb hears the sound of gun blasts as he walks near the shooting range. Arcadia is alone, practicing on the range. Her weapon of choice, a modified Astro handgun. Keb leans against the viewing window and watches Arcadia unleash a few rounds to a target 50 yards away. The shots hit their target with accurate precision. Even though that weapon looks primitive, knowing you modified it, it's probably powerful and accurate. I enjoy marksmanship. It's kind of my thing. I can't pilot a ship like you can. Do you think you're ready? Not sure what I'm up against, but I doubt anyone can beat me. You sound confident, but things are a bit trickier when you're under pressure. You don't think I can handle myself? You're not going to a dance party. There'll be thugs and lowlifes breathing down your neck. I wish you'd have more faith in me. I just worry about you. Want to help me practice? Sure. What can I do? Take that target, go out 50 yards, and hold it above your head. You're joking, right? I'm tuning the gun to its lowest setting. Worst thing that can happen is a concussion, broken rib, blindness in one eye, depending on where I hit. You get the picture. He stares at her blankly. You're the one who said I needed to practice under pressure. He reluctantly accepts, walks out a distance, and puts the target above his head. Is this far enough? Boom! A shot fires with no warning. Keb drops the target and jumps backwards. What are you trying to do, kill me? Keb steps forward and grabs the target from the ground. The shot hit a direct bullseye. Not a bad shot. He runs back to her as she is already prepping to leave. Look where you hit. You're actually pretty good. What do you mean? I missed. The moment Arcadia walks onto the tournament area, she doesn't want to be there. This is definitely not her crowd. Intimidating lowlifes of all shapes and sizes spit, push, fight, laugh, and as Dawn demonstrated earlier, growl and grunt. Few eyes glance her direction as she walks in. She's out of place and everyone knows it. Are you lost? With a little reluctance, Arcadia walks over to meet her face to face. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Finally, we meet. Celine steps closer to Arcadia, getting right in her face. I am Celine. You don't know me, but I know you. You are Arcadia Gallus. You are not a pirate. How do you know my name? I'm not here to answer questions. I'm here to fight. You don't stand a chance in this tournament. I don't stand on chances. I leave everything to skill. So the woman has fire in her after all. I will gladly extinguish that flame. Do me a favor and let Firehawk go. The fool doesn't even know who he travels with. He would be safer with someone like me. I don't know what you're saying. He's a nice guy. Seems you and him are destined to save the galaxy together. What is his role in defeating the virus? How could you... Did he tell you that? There is something about him I like. I've decided that I shall take him from you, the same way you've taken from me. Look, I don't know you, and you will stay away from Keb. Quite the reaction, Arcadia. This is turning out just the way I wanted it. This conversation is over. An announcement rings over the comm.
The event starts soon. Find your place and await instructions.
We'll meet again. Celine walks to her designated spot, and Arcadia focuses on her equipment and placement. As the tournament progresses, the targets increase distance. Most targets are dynamic moving objects. Just having a few shots connect is considered lucky. Arcadia brings up her handgun in a firm grip using both hands. She uses the sight to adjust her alignment and make sure her finger is ready at the trigger. The audience cheers as she makes mostly accurate shots at the moving targets. Arcadia even starts to pick up a few fans with her performance. The event comes to a close and Arcadia waits as points are tallied. The announcer calls out the points leading to third place.
In third, we have Gregor with 48 points. For second and first, we have a tie at 120 points between Celine and Arcadia.
Arcadia isn't pleased with the tie. didn't give her any pleasure to see Celine again. The two set up at the same station. They are given one shot at an unmoving target 100 yards away. Celine is randomly chosen to go first. She holds up her gun so confidently, there isn't any doubt she'd do well. The shot connects and the crowd cheers. The announcer calls out a perfect shot worth 15 points. The only option now is for Arcadia to pull a tie. As she grabs her pistol, Arcadia walks confidently to the marker. Celine looks smugly at her. Arcadia raises her pistol. Sweat beads on her forehead. She lowers her pistol and several bystanders laugh. She raises her weapon again and swiftly presses a button on the ring which she wears on her right hand. The gun starts to glow and transform into a larger, modified version with several augmentations. A blast rockets forth from the barrel and travels the 100-yard distance in milliseconds. When the pulse hits the target, it explodes, shattering the target and disintegrating many of its pieces. Arcadia blows air over the barrel of her gun and turns to look at Celine with a smirk. Celine's mouth hangs open in shock. Arcadia's gun returns to its normal form. Is that legal? It takes a while for the announcer to call out the decision. It seems the judges are considering disqualification. Whispers spread through the crowd that the recruiter himself intervened to make the decision. The announcer clears his throat.
We declare this tournament's winner Arcadia with a combined total of 40 points.
Dawn phases into physical form to prepare for her lesson. It seems more and more these days she keeps to her physical form. Sometimes it seems almost awkward when she returns to being an AI and melts away into particles. Even more shocking is that she needs a teacher to train her to pilot the controls of a ship in physical form. Nice of Aerie to loan us her ship for the race. Let's make sure she doesn't find out. Are you ready? I am ready to learn. Show me what you know. Dawn sits down in the pilot seat, powers up, and moves the ship slowly in an unknown direction. Take her out full speed. Dawn is motionless. The controls seem familiar, but she can't get her hands to move. She finally turns around, admitting an early defeat. This is all I can do. When we're in battles, you usually control a whole fleet of ships. Why the hesitation now? I am uncomfortable right now in this form, and I can't seem to move my arms. It feels strange to make such an admission. Don't worry about it. It's just first flight jitters. Keb walks to her and sits on the second seat of the cockpit. Do you know where all the controls are? Yes. The first thing to do is touch them. Go ahead. Put your hands on them. She lays her hands on the buttons. This isn't going to work. We need something different. Computer. I am right here. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Dawn, can you configure new controls to match these specifications? Keb hands Dawn some information. She looks it over. These controls are highly irregular. Who's the teacher here? She agrees, and in a few seconds the panels morph into something completely different. In their place appear an arcade-style joystick control system. Now that's what I'm talking about. These grips are used to control the altitude of the ship, the pitch, and the roll. You can also control the yaw if you move the sticks in this manner. This lever controls the speed. What are you waiting for? Grab them. Dawn moves her arms and grabs the sticks loosely in each hand. Tighter! Dawn obeys the command and grips the sticks with moderate strength. She can feel the texture of the leather on her fingers. We're going to start slow and move to maximum speed. You won't win the race otherwise. While we increase speed, move the sticks around to get a feel for the ship. His orders give her the courage necessary to control the ship, and she finds herself a quick learner. The ship rolls left, right, and dips with incredible speed. You're a natural. Dawn's solemn expression turns into a beaming smile. Is this what fun is? Okay, here we go! Maximum speed! When the ship hits maximum speed, the shock of acceleration surprises her. She used the momentum of the ship to make a dive and a roll. This is the real test now. There are some asteroids ahead. Do you want me to slow down? No, go faster! Help Dawn navigate the ship through the asteroid field. You didn't hit one asteroid. Of course, you're not racing against mad, bloodthirsty pirates, but we'll cross that bridge when you come to it. Keb. She speaks warmly. Yes? Even though I don't understand your strange way of speaking, this was fun. I thought you said fun is irrelevant. It is, but I still, Put it here. Keb holds up his hand towards her. She sits motionless. It's customary to slap hands in the air when you're having fun. She acknowledges and holds up her arm. Now pull back and slap. She misses. Bristow challenge is simple. The one to collect the most resources wins. They are scattered throughout the asteroid field. When all resources are collected, the event will stop and points will be tallied. it might be smart to take a fast ship. Then again, ships that are controlled by the AI cannot collide with asteroids. I don't see Dawn and Arcadia anywhere. They didn't come to watch me? Just great. Sweet ride. Mind if you take me for a spin when this is all through? Wow, I really like your hairstyle, and yes, if we each survive this event, I'll consider giving you a ride. Thanks for the compliment. My name is Celine. My name is Firehawk. I know who you are. I've learned all about you, as much as I'm able. It seems you're new on the scene. All it took was one bounty and I'm infamous. I've been on the scene for a while, just nobody noticed. Your bounty is not much, but does get my attention. Of course, my bounty is much higher, but I'm not one to brag. What did you do to earn yours? Saving the galaxy one system at a time, baby. Your lack of detail makes it so mysterious. However, could you do the poor lady a favor and enlighten me? My mission is simple, to stop the virus threat and Zhao's coalition, though I'm not on board for that last bit. Virus threat? Interesting. What other details can you share? Only my crew gets that privilege. Is that an invite to join your crew? Tell you what, you best me in this competition and I'll consider it. It will be my pleasure. I'll just see how good you are. Celine speeds around to ready her ship in a better position. The event begins the moment his mouse is clicked. Doesn't really feel like much of an event.
The last crystal has been collected, and now the points will be announced. And we have Dason at 60 points, Celine at 62 points, Firehawk at 63.
I probably should have just killed everybody, frankly. Woohoo, that's right, yeah! 1 point? Seriously, don't tell me you're not going to consider what we talked about in our previous discussion just because of that. I wouldn't mind giving you a tour, but if I let you on this ship, Arcadia will kill me. I don't want to die just yet. That reminds me, you're not in any danger for your life, are you? From what the recruiter said when you lose an event? The recruiter? No, I'm fine. But I'm still a little peeved that I lost. Joining the pirates isn't such a big deal anyways. That is why you're here, isn't it? Of course. I've always wanted to be one. The freedom, I mean. So you're not going to tell me? There's nothing to tell. If that's the game you want to play, so be it. I already know all about you anyways. You could use someone like me on your team. I've got my hands full with 2 women already. I'd love to chat more, but I have an appointment with my friends. Catch you later. Keb cuts off communication, engages his engines, and heads back to the recruiter's ship.
Would you look at that? 3 winners, all part of the same crew.
Save your excitement for the party. Oh wait, that's right. You weren't invited. Go easy on him. I won because of his deciding vote. The recruiter helped you win? That's unexpected. If you came to my performance, you would have known that. You didn't come to my event. I only had a 10% survival rate, remember? I could have died. At least then you wouldn't have leaked information. Where does this come from? Call up Celine and ask her what I mean. The race was difficult at first, but after analyzing their flight patterns, I was easily able to win. Dawn's attempt to misdirect the argument fails. Celine? Is that what this is about? She knows about our mission and about me. She's a threat to us now. If the virus became aware of our mission, they will come after us in full force. I do tend to talk a lot, and I may have said a little, but nothing important. She knows about us saving the galaxy. I guess I may have said something along those lines, but saving the galaxy together is something I blurted in reflex. She was asking about a relationship. There's a moment of silence. It seems Keb's words may have been taken as a little romantic to Dawn. Are you blushing, Dawn? She doesn't respond right away. She stiffens a bit and covers her cheeks. That is incorrect. I don't blush. Blushing is not a function I am capable of. Apparently lying isn't one of them either. That's it. Keb watches her turn around and take an immediate action to stop her. Arcadia skillfully rolls past Keb's attempt to stop her. She grabs her weapon and points it straight at him. Dawn steps behind Arcadia for some sort of protection. Keb raises his arms to surrender. Arcadia glances over her shoulder at Dawn, who is hiding behind her. Apparently, my AI thinks she's a real woman. Although I don't fully understand it, you are the cause of all this. I'm confused. Isn't this about the information I leaked to Celine? Arcadia's pistol clicks and hums, causing Keb to stop speaking. What do you think, Don? Should I give him a nice stun? We could have the ship all to ourselves, just me and you. How does that sound? Don nods in agreement, and a weapon appears in her hand, also aimed at him. Keb believes it's time to release his secret weapon. Keb lowers his arms, and the girls watch him cautiously. You're right. You're right about everything. Telling anyone of our mission is irresponsible. I'm sorry. Secret weapon, sincere apology unleashed. The girls instantly disarm their anger and guns. Arcadia slowly lowers her pistol, and even Dawn returns to her normal self. I should be the one to apologize. You've sacrificed so much for us already. I'm not very sociable. I promise there's a reason for it. It's my fault. I had a system malfunction. My weapon automatically manifests as a result. Don't blame yourself, Dawn. You should understand what you're going through. Arcadia turns again to look at Keb. You do understand what she is going through, right? Yes, I know everything. I'll never understand women. Please be more careful in the future about this and our mission. I need Dawn to be at her best at all times. If she falters during a crucial moment, I'll be more careful. Dawn appears fully recovered from the incident. Her behavior is so weird. Arcadia comments to herself. She then leads Dawn out of the room. Kev returns to the communications panel, realizing that the recruiter is still on hold. Recruiter, are you still there?
Like I have anything better to do.
So what's the deal?
I'm transferring the pirate base coordinates to you now. It will appear on your map. During your little mutiny, you were pre-approved. You also receive a free pirate raider ship. Now you really are one of us, blah blah blah. Return to our headquarters immediately. I'm sure the head boss will want to meet you and put you to work on some dangerous front lines mission.
I'll head out right away.